is CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Najahe Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look at today's top stories, and we begin with breaking news. A shooting investigation in Miami. Chopper 4 over the scene. Take a look. This is along 10th Avenue and Northwest 55th Terrace. 2 shooting victims have been taken to Ryder Trauma Center. CBS News Miami's Yvonne Taylor is working this story. He's going to have new developments coming up tonight at 5. Up in smoke, a house fire in Hollywood. Chopper 4 over the scene. This happened along 2346 Raleigh Street. You can see black smoke billowing into the air. Here's a look at the aftermath. No word on any injuries or what sparked that fire.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
And this just in, we are tracking a big weather development. It will unfold over the next 36 hours. Let's get right to Next Weather Chief Meteorologist Ivan Cabrera with a breakdown.
Yeah, Naja, this is a change because now we're talking about multiple rounds here. And yesterday we were expecting just the main event during the afternoon tomorrow. Well, now tonight we have to watch for some severe storms. Then again through the early part of the morning commute, and a third round for tomorrow afternoon. That one hasn't changed. The potential is there for damaging winds. Tornado threat now is up. Large hail and heavy rain, of course, frequent lightning and flooding as well, because now we're talking about, 3 times here where we're going to have storms that are going to have the possibility of producing 1 to 3 inches an hour kind of rainfall rates here. So that is the alert heading into tomorrow, and we'll check in on the timing here. So from 2 to 4 a.m. This is the big window here from 2 to 6 a.m. But I've added this because I think there could be a few severe cells that develop through the overnight hours. What will happen then is that those cells will merge into one strong squall line that will push through. Terrible timing here for the morning commute. I'll show you that. And then the final round, thankfully, as we head into the afternoon hours, we're going to have a big break. I think between 9 a.m. and noon, that's when the sun will come back out and everything will set up again for the potential of that round 3. This is the weather that we're talking about here. It's coming from the Gulf. It's a couple of disturbances embedded here in this flow, and so I'll show you the big picture here as far as the rain coming through, and then we'll get a little bit closer so you can plan the overnight hours and into tomorrow. Rain chances for the rest of this afternoon, I think we're pretty much on the dry side here, just 20% coverage. Here comes the rainfall, though, as we head through tonight. Again, a few storms developing between 2 and 4, so it's these kind of little dots that you see here. Those have the potential to become severe, and then everything coalesces into that line north to south from Fort Lauderdale down to Ocean Reef, and then things calm down. We get a bit of a break here right through the middle part of the day, but watch what happens as we get into the afternoon heating with the disturbance moving in. Another round of showers and storms, and those are also going to be developing in an atmosphere that has the potential to result in severe weather once again. As far as the forecast for tomorrow, next alert obviously. Thursday things will wind down. I still think we'll have some morning showers on Thursday, and then for the rest of the week, much better, drier with a huge warm-up heading into the weekend before a cold front knocks us back down into the 70s next week.
Ivan, thank you. Florida Governor Ron Desantis is in Miami Beach today. The focus is on spring break and the plans to stop the violence that we have seen in years past. CBS News Miami's Larry Seward explains what we need to know coming up tonight at 5. Caught on camera, Miramar police need your help. It's to find 2 men who may have information regarding several rim and tire thefts. Police say they were last seen driving a white Mercedes sedan. CBS News Miami's Peter Dinch shares what we know so far.
We are at an apartment complex in Miramar at 1860 Southwest 68th Avenue, where Miramar police have issued a safety alert. They say that 5 people have had their cars burglarized. Their rims and tires have been stolen, costing anywhere from $800 to $3,000 a vehicle. They say this is a ring of 2 people, it's believed, who are doing this, and they've also released some brand new surveillance tape that shows 2 persons of interest. In that tape, you see one of them scaling this fence right here at this gated apartment complex. Another person is walking through one of the doors. They enter a laundry room. They're very concerned about this because they say they could strike again. Right now, we know we have at least 5 victims. Coming up at 5, we will hear from Miramar police. We will also show you this brand new surveillance tape that captures these 2 persons of interest. In Miramar, Peter Dench, CBS News, Miami.
The chaos continues in Haiti. Armed gangs stormed 2 large prisons. At least 12 people were killed and about 4,000 inmates escaped. CBS News Miami's Tanya Francois tells us how this is impacting people trying to leave the country.
I'm CBS News Miami's Tanya Francois, where we are continuing to follow all of the latest developments in Haiti. Now, today at 5 o'clock, there will be a news conference where Haitian leaders here in Miami are supposed to be talking about solutions. But this morning, I spent time at Radio Mega speaking to DJs who not only talk, but they also listen. They have their fingers on the pulse of what the Haitian community here in Miami, what they're saying, what they're thinking, and especially how they're reacting to the news that's happening in their homeland. We'll have that story at 5 o'clock and then again at 6 o'clock with the latest on the news conference. For now, Tanya Francois, CBS News, Miami.
Meta says its Facebook and Instagram services have been restored. About 500,000 users reported widespread issues earlier in the day. Many say they were booted out of these social media platforms and unable to log back on. When we come back, voters decide what's at stake this Super Tuesday.
For many, marijuana is medicine. Doctors say it treats
sleep, depression, focus, concentration,
among other things. But should the need for weed also include fun?
And while I used to be all for it, I'm somewhere in the middle now.
Either way, recreational use may hit the November ballot. I'm Chelsea Jones. I'll tell you why, if voters say yes, our economy could enjoy high earnings. Thursday at 5:30.
Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Millions of voters in 15 states and 1 territory are at the polls. This is Super Tuesday. Hundreds of delegates on both sides are up for grabs. As CBS News Miami's Natalie Brand reports, the stakes are high.
Good afternoon, Naja. Election workers at this precinct location in Northern Virginia say turnout has been slow so far today, down compared to past presidential primaries at this site at least. And some voters we've talked to say they're just not as enthusiastic this year.
From coast to coast, millions of voters across more than a dozen states are getting their chance to shape the presidential race.
Voting is, it's a responsibility we have. And if you don't vote, then you can't complain about, what's going on in the world because you had an opportunity to do something and you chose not to.
While more than 1/3 of delegates are up for grabs today, neither former President Donald Trump or President Biden can clinch the nomination. But it could solidify a likely rematch in November.
I voted for Trump, and I think that he did better in 2020 than people thought, and I think he might do better this time around as well.
I'm a big supporter of Joe Biden, President Biden, and I felt it was important to cast my vote to send a message that he's our commander-in-chief and that I think he'll make a great president in the second term.
The majority of primaries today are open, like here in Virginia, meaning registered voters can choose which party's primary they'd like to participate in.
I'm a Democrat. I will be voting for Joe Biden in the general election, but I put in a vote for Nikki Haley today.
Nikki Haley, Trump's remaining Republican challenger, hasn't revealed her plans past Super Tuesday. Supporters, including Brittany Martinez, hope she stays in the race.
I say keep at it because you're a voice for people like me who don't feel supported by the current MAGA party.
A recent national CBS News poll shows Trump has maintained his support among his core constituencies, while President Biden's support among some of his key groups trails what he got in 2020.
But our CBS poll also found that around 13% of voters who said they would choose Nikki Haley in a Haley-Biden hypothetical matchup said they would then vote for Biden in a general if the challenger were Trump. That Haley supporter I spoke to said that she wouldn't vote for Biden or Trump, begging the question, where will her support go? She said she might look at a third-party candidate or potentially a write-in. A majority of those voters say they are just not enthusiastic about a Trump-Biden rematch. In Virginia, I'm Natalie Brand. Naja, back to you.
Lots of uncertainties this time around. Thank you, Natalie. CBS News Miami's Joan Murray will be live tonight in Mar-a-Lago. Former President Donald Trump arrives there after his Super Tuesday appearance. An update now to a story that we first brought you earlier today. The Bal Harbour Village Council planned to discuss banning e-bikes during tonight's special meeting. The village manager now tells us the staff has not had time to invest in research on the ban. The village manager says the council will take up the issue during April's meeting. Now to a consumer alert. Whole Foods could soon be popping up in your neighborhood, but it's going to look a little different. The company is launching smaller stores called Whole Foods Daily Market Shop in urban areas. Customers will be able to pick up grab-and-go meals and grocery essentials. The first daily shops will launch in New York City this year. The company plans to bring the format to other cities as well. In your Health Watch, drinking a can of diet soda or sugary drink could boost your risk of a dangerous heart condition. According to a new study, one medium-sized fast food diet soda a day can raise the risk of an irregular heartbeat by 20%. Drinking 4 ounces of unsweetened juices appeared to lower the risk of AFib by 8%. About 6 million Americans have AFib. It can lead to stroke, blood clots, heart failure, and kidney disease. The Miami FC soccer team has a new coach, and he brings a lot of international soccer experience. Says he's looking forward to the challenge of leading this young team.
When I lose, I don't eat. I don't sleep because I am crazy. Yeah, yeah, I know. Because for me, I have obsession for this sport.
All right, that's what it takes. Coming up on CBS News Miami at 5, our Trish Christakis caught up with the new coach on South Beach. He shares why family and winning are so important to him. That's your CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Najahe Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami, and have a great day.